Welcome to another edition of Learning with you, Lockwood. I'm your host, Bob Lockwood, and on today's episode, I'm going to show you how to generate QR codes. Those little things that basically look like robot barf, let's be honest. But I'm going to show you how to make your papers more integrative and more tech savvy, and they're pretty doggone cool. Now, if you don't have InDesign CC, you're going to need it. So if you're part of the cloud, you get this program already. But if you're not, this is the program we're going to use to make the QR codes. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so I've got InDesign already open. I'm going to go up to Objects, and right here is Generate QR Code. Now, InDesign has a long memory, and the last time I generated one was, well, for a business card. So as you can see here, it's got my name, first name, last name, cell phone. I can put my title, all my information, email, all that jazz right here. I can also change the colors here, so at the top there. So let's make this one red and click OK. Now it's right in the pointer there, and put it right there. Now with this, with these QR codes, you're like, well, I stretched it out, but it didn't do anything. Well, you just stretched out the bounding box. You didn't actually stretch out the element. So double tap on that, hold shift to keep it constrained correctly, and there you go. You've got your QR code, you're ready to rock and roll. Now, here's the great thing is when you put this in your design, using InDesign, let's say corporate says, you know what, I don't want your information. I don't want them to scan it and get it. I want them to be redirected to a website. No problem. You hit Control click and hit Edit QR code, and we can just strip out my information. And we can go to web hyperlink, 123.com. I don't know. Click OK. QR code's completely changed. And notice how there's less information and it's got really like bigger patterns. And there was a little bit more information with my business card. So it was a little bit more of a tighter pattern. So just be aware, the bigger the links are or the more information, the tighter the pattern. And sometimes it can be harder for a device to scan it. But let's say they also decide, they don't like red. So we can just simply change that out, change the color. We'll change it to blue. Click OK. Boom, there we go. Now we have a whole bunch of other options as well. Like I said, we have the standard web text. We also have the plain text. So if you scan it, they get a message. Thanks for scanning this. You could do bring in your coupon or whatever. You can do a text message. So you can put in your phone number and a message, and they can send you this message and get a free dessert or whatever you want to do. Email, same thing. Scan this, send me an email, and you get some kind of prize. And those are really to capture people's information and to maybe enter them in contests and stuff like that. Of course, I've already showed you the business card. But let me show you the other power of this as well. So we're done with our QR code. We're good to go with this. I'm going to hit Command C for copy. And I'm going to go into Illustrator. I'm going to paste it right in there. And it's completely vectorized. That's the cool thing. And I don't have to worry about shapes and all that stuff. It's fully vector, so it's good to go. And that's the neat thing about what InDesign has done and how they've created these QR codes. So fully vector, fully functional, and it couldn't be easier than ever to install them. Now the one thing is, once you've brought it into InDesign, no, I'm right. I was right. Illustrator. You can't change the properties so it's really now an image. So there's no way of saying, oh, you know what, I want to change X, Y, and Z, but that's no problem because we can go back to the original, change that, and bring it back as well. So, okay. Well, I hope this tutorial has been helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave comments below. And as always, keep on creating. Take care, guys.